This is the Golgogin Show, starring Uncle Golgogin too. Hi, Gibbo Gap, my Aussie mate friend. You told me to make do my 1 million views recording over again because you couldn't hear my voice last time. Hopefully, the problem has been rectified. I do thank you, and I do appreciate your support for my channel. Anyhow, I unfortunately can't figure out. I can't seem to make the other video because I don't have the time. Too many projects. I've met an internet girlfriend called Thao Lu in Vietnam, and she says hu H-U. The letters H-U. I mistook it for ha or some kind of Asian version of ki or he or hoo but it's not. It's actually boo hoo. Sort of like Nicolas Cage where he went boo. Nicolas Cage on Interview with an Empire where he goes boo boo. So let's see here. When I tend to ramble on things, I tend to make tags of what I talk about because that way I can legally put it on YouTube. Not legally, but I can put it on YouTube without having to be punished for false advertising, false tagging. So, Nicolas Cage. Woohoo. I haven't mastered the skills yet of how to splice in other clip videos, but if you type in on Google, if you guys type in on Google, Nicolas Cage interview with Vampire's Kiss crying, then you'll have a good laugh. Nicolas Cage, he's kind of funny. So what's new in my life? This is actually the 1,000 subscribers. I know you guys are subscribing because of me, because I'm not fucking fat. I'm not fucking fat. Fat. Stop calling me fat. Fat. Yes, I know I'm fat. I intend to lose a lot of weight though. That's a good one. I have to actually because during our last time together, which was probably maybe 6 months before I made my 1,000 view video, 1 million view video, I'm continuing on Taprazole. Earlier last year, I took Taprazole, and what happened was I did it for thyroidism, and yes, you can know obesity, fat. Norm Barstool was it? The whole fat thing was this is back in the heyday of I'm probably one of the last guys who actually does home videos like this where you just blabber on about life and shit and like that, and because people are more professional on YouTube now, and I'm probably just one of the last remaining impromptu guys, videographers, just using the webcam and whatnot. I paid good money for this webcam, damn it. And there's this guy named Norm Barstool, who's also obese, and he also just flips up by saying fat. I honestly don't care if people call me fat or not, but I do care about my health. So, and like I said, obesity leads to hyperthyroidism, which I do have now. To compound, I'm taking 2 kinds of medication now. So, hopefully I can detox my system and get all the gunk out, and who knows what will happen. So what happens is, I can't give blood anymore, so I kind of retracted my whole empire of doing deeds, and that's what this whole channel is all about. It's all about me posting my crazy videos and stuff, and me posting TV and video or movie clips and TV clips, or shows clips, usually Star Trek because I'm watching on whatever the hell I see on Netflix. So I'm posting mostly Star Trek clips and Fuller House clips, and that's what's bringing the views in. I know I can't monetize that, but I can monetize these weirdo videos. And I'm just going around town doing errands. Just being a good deed doer, I guess. To add to my character that I've built up in 2005 when 2015, sorry, when I took a beginning environmental course or something. I'm more of an environmentalist now. Still, we here in Calgary had a huge we had a huge heat wave this summer, and there was fires, all sorts of fires all over America. Typical fires all over America. What you saw there was just a what kind of a bug? A fruit fly. Call me a crazy, lazy bastard, fat bastard, but I have a huge bucket of trash here. I'll show it to you. Huge bucket of garbage here, and there's all these fruit flies and shit in here, and sunflower seeds and some old corn that I'm gonna throw away, and eat chicken wings and just throw it all in there. And we've implemented compost here in Calgary. Nancy's Mayor Nancy compost. Nancy compost. So that's the green bin. I showed you. I made a video of you guys of me just scooping up a bunch of old dead leaves and using the green bin for the first time. So I have a whole bunch of crap in the yard still. It needs to be picked up over the summer, and I intend to do that next summer because it's too cold now. And also, I've also I also bought myself a vest, a orange vest for just to disguise myself as some kind of community worker. To say I work here and stuff, blah, 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 or I'm volunteering with the Parks and Rec, and just saw some dead branches off some trees because I want those trees to actually live longer. They say that there's no beetle, there's no pine beetles. Writing this down in this list of paper here of tags. And there's no pine beetles here in North America. Well, the pine beetles are here. They are chewing our trees alive, and there's also Dutch elm disease. There's also elm disease here that's also killing our trees. So out in the wilderness, there's not much of these disease needles. It's just usually fire. But here in the city, as people come and go, they can travel to some other country, they get some fungi in their life suitcase or whatever the fuck, or they bring it here, and the bugs chew. But the bugs don't seem to chew all of the trees. So some of the trees are lucky. So what we have to do is just saw off the dead shit. Pretend you're just doing some amputation. You know how in those war movies you always hear about this guy gets shot in the leg or arm and he's infected, or cancer, and you have to get the whole fucker chopped off. And unfortunately, Terry Fox had his leg amputated prior to completing his Terry Fox country run. This cross-country run, he made it to Ontario, and we kind of want to for cancer. So we have. I'm donating money to cancer research. That's one of my patrons, donating it to the Canadian Research Account or Cancer Research something together. Also donate to the Cancer Foundation too. This is to help. See, what the foundation does is the foundation itself helps to provide treatment and also post recovery and education to teach about how to prevent it and how to delay cancer. Whereas the research foundation itself, the money just goes directly to research. It'll be a while since we researched cancer, but we have increased we have decreased the mortality rate of it, so that's good. That's good news. I don't smoke or drink, so I have less cancer there, but I do, as you can see, I am quite obese, and that does lead to other health complications, and who knows, improper blood flow as I'm fat kind of makes mutations happen. Who knows? I might be on my way to prostate cancer right now. I'm 40. I turned 40 this summer, so I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the other video, but I turned 40 just recently this summer, a few months ago, in August, and that's the magical year. You do have to check for prostate cancer, so it's the magical thing there. I checked with prostate cancer last year. Around every time the semester's over, I go to the doctors and they say that last time he mentioned I was 2 points down, so that's good. Definitely, if I try to lose a lot of obesity, it'll make my levels go down. Maybe my thyroid levels go down. So that's one of the good things about health and stuff. So I have to look after that. What else can I say? No, nothing much. Same old, same room. Same old, same stuff. I'd like to thank you guys for putting up with me. I mean, you guys are putting up with my shower shows. I have 4 more because I have the house to myself for next week or so as well. Because for the last 2 weeks I've been showing some shower shows. I've gone to volunteering over at the Betweens Friends again. That's like I've mentioned in the other video in the shower show. That's the organization that's in charge of providing recreational opportunities for Calgarians who are suffering or who are being challenged with challenges. I have to use the PC term for it because that's how we're trained as social workers and helpers. In my case, a counselor, that they have strong challenges and yeah, they've over the past 15 or so years they've volunteered on and off. 10 or so years I've volunteered on and off at the Betweens Friends Club. I have fallen in love with their versatility and their resiliency, their bulletproofness. One girl there, her name is there's a law here in Canada where I can't really tell people who can't really give identification information up. This is called FOIP. I've signed a FOIP form to do my practicum. Over at the I finished my practicum with an A+, so that was working with who? The Kirby Center. The Kirby Center is used to be the old Mount Royal College. The Kirby Center, downtown campus. Before Mount Royal moved to some place in the boonies, some empty business field. Right by the army base, the old Mawada Army Base, or no, Curry Barracks. But yeah, it's named after Kirby because George Kirby is one of the original curators of Mount Royal University. George Kirby. Mount Royal. MRU. That's where I've done my environmental films. Is the MRU video, and I know that I'm just doing this inside the house because it's kind of cold now. I really have lack of funds of how. I know I should make some really big spectacular of blowing shit up or running around going crazy, going I've reached 1,000 viewers. I reached 1 million viewers. To do a whole PewDiePie thing, but I'm slowly developing that personality. Like I said, there's me taking a shower, videographing me talking about blah blah blahing and just singing in the shower, and I just tell you guys that I'm more of a doer, a volunteer. I'm a volunteer. I like to volunteer and stuff. I like to be of service to the community, and that's what I like to do. And what I did at the Kirby Center, it's called the ERL system, the Elder Abuse Resource Line. It's a resource line where elders who are at risk of imminent abuse, living in their community or living in their environment. Say for example a house, and someone in the family living in the house is abusing them. Then they can then if there's space they can live there for a short amount of time before they are given more options to find a new place to live, if they're young enough or if they have enough money, or shelter, a elders retirement villa, old folks home if you will. That's not the PC term for it. They can also they can also recover from substance abuse there, I think, sometimes. And yeah, that's my practicum. I am doing another practicum next fall, I guess. So when I'm there, I plan to go. Eventually, we'll move studios. Like, I mean, there's lots of things I want to film, but I can't film because of a FOIP, Freedom of Information and Privacy Act. I can't do that. Also, because a lot of times I do things with the native community, the Aboriginal community here in Calgary. They call it Nitsitapi, Blackfoot natives. They call it Blackfoot natives. Aboriginals. Sorry, that natives is a very offensive term. That's what my teacher said. That not to write natives on my resume, but write Aboriginal or Indigenous. And they're Treaty 7. The Treaty 7 is an agreement between the Crown. Well, it was originally an agreement between the Crown, represented by the Canadian government, the Crown, and the leaders of tribal areas here in southern Alberta. Treaty 6 will be northern Alberta. That'll be most likely the Cree, the Dene, I think. I'm not sure. Definitely the Métis and the Lakotas that have settled throughout the northern hemisphere of Alberta. The southern hemisphere is the Setina people, the Kana people, and the Siksika people. I'm butchering the pronunciation and I apologize. And also Pikani, Ghana, Siksika. And the Siksika people are confused as being Blackfoot for all of the people of the Nitsitapi. Nitsitapi refers to a specific nation here, civilization here in southern Alberta. The Setsuna are not indigenous to southern Alberta. They're from the north. They are a tribe of. I believe the story was they were a tribe who broke off the Beaver tribe. The Beaver tribe of the Beaver tribe house, the Beaver House clan of the Dene people and settled southwards. They have a segment of land that's right next to Mount Royal College. There's the Grey Eagles casinos there, and as well as the downtown. Their version of downtown is going to eventually be built along the lines of the Stony Trail Ring Road. And what happened is I can't really film. It's taboo to film me doing smudges. I would love to do that, film myself doing smudges, but I can't. I am not native. I'll be misappropriating their culture. I can appreciate their culture, but I can't take it as my own because I'm not native. I'm Chinese, and they have a beautiful culture, so I'm not going to insult them that way. I mean, it's good enough that they're letting me into their world. As I integrate myself into I can't use the word native. I have to use the word Aboriginal or Indigenous. As I kind of integrate myself as much as I can into the appreciate the Indigenous culture. I can't actually be a native. I can take part in sweat lodges, and that's what I'm supposed to do. It's going to be part of my healthcare plan to sweat out all this fat, these toxins, these mental self-images of myself. Maybe I can do some ayahuasca videos. I'm going to be saving up for that, definitely. I have a lot of... I may not feel it now, and everything may be working well because I'm getting good grades, and I'm pretty much high on pudding right now, and that's not helping my fatness. I feel myself making those butterscotch puddings. There's another video in this little section. Like I said, I don't have much mobility. I just have a city pass. I just have a car pass, and I hope to be cosplaying. Because I'm getting into Star Trek. Because Star Trek Discovery, I'm watching that now with my friend Alex. He's a friend of mine who has the same condition who I've met in the same. I've met him in the outpatient. I met him in the advocacy group that I was with. Can't say which because of FOIP. But you know which because I talked about it myself. And he may have the same thing. He may not. I just met him in that program. That's it. This is friends. This is a friendship circle, and I'm glad I made friends with him. And we watch Star Trek on Sundays. His wife Tammy. If you're watching this, Tammy, you're very good to us. Tammy, and is very good to us. She's very good to us because she lets us. She gives me a ride if she can. She gives me a ride down here to my neighborhood, and or she gives us rides to movies and stuff. She lets us, she aids me in Alex's recovery as we slowly go back to school, slowly reintegrate ourselves into society and be some buddies. And I know I'm not going to be Mr. Fortune 500 Richie Rich, and I know that I'm not going to be. I know there's only like a handful of people watching these videos, and they're actually indigenously mine. People here watching my clip videos, which is funny, but yeah, what can I say? We watch Star Trek. I'm watching Star Trek now, so I'll be participating more in the Star Trek Club. Here's the King Eddie. They have a huge website now called. They have a huge website. Maybe they have got some videos. I don't know. They've got their own Twitter group. I'll post these links. Maybe I think I'll post these links. Twitter group King Eddie. They're the Star Trek. Each Star Trek club is each Star Trek club has their own ship. It's named after ship. Ours is named after King Edward the Sixth, I believe. King Edward the something. King Edward the Sixth, I believe, and he was the instigator of the Edwardian era of England, and he lived here in Calgary in a ranch outside of High River in his younger years, playing cowboy, because he's not really he's a prince of England, so that was his career. So occasionally he had a ranch out here, and therefore I can playing with my fat. So therefore we can hopefully expand this ship, and I can go out some more. I'm gonna get a car. Definitely get a car to go out to these events, or maybe go to these events some more, like Volcon and stuff, and perhaps film it. And I went to go watch Garrett Wang. An acquaintance, a plug out there for you, Mr. Wang. W-A-N-G, Wong, Garrett Wong. Mr. Wong, there's a plug out for you. Thank you for inviting me and my Alex, out to go watch Mayweather versus McGregor fight over at Shanks in Northeast Calgary. The storyline is that Mr. Wang had found a girl here in Canada, in Calgary, and occasionally dates her. You can follow him on his Twitch channel. I'm gonna on his Twitch channel every Sunday or so. I'll post a link to that as well. And yeah, we went to go watch that, and it's actually, it's actually interesting to see a Star Trek character in the flesh, and in his as a casual citizen, not as a panel star or anything like that. And he's pretty cool. I knew him through Alex, so yeah, like I said, I'm watching Voyager now. I'm posting more Voyager links and clips, and Maybe I start watching Stranger Things and comment about that. Okay, well, I guess that now that we are talking all about Star Trek and stuff, my brain jumps from topic to topic. Say, this is my debriefing, detoxing kind of thing. This is my therapy. Okay, so we're watching Orville, and I hope to God, I hope to hell, and hope to God that there's a second season of Orville. It's very, very cute. Some people might become purists and say, "Oh, this is making fun of Trek. This is not making fun of Trek. This is actually a show. It's just a show. It's a more lighter comedy shows of the more serious Trek. You know, it's like Red Dwarf. Is Red Dwarf making fun of Star Trek? No, but they have a lot of Star Trek themes. It's sort of like that Sierra game called Space Quest. You know, this is just Space Quest TV show. Space Quest. Roger Wilkins Space Quest. I need to play those games. I need to make that as a hobby. It's just to kill. Sorry about that. So start filming my gaming. Start getting the gaming in there. Maybe start getting the cosplaying in there. What else can I say? But most of my projects is just environmentalism and just talking about volunteering and stuff. I didn't volunteer for the Nenshi campaign. If you were wondering, I just didn't have the time because I was too busy studying and. I mean, I put a lot of effort into the Wikipedia article. I started my Wikipedia account again because I got banned from it the first time, so I have to rebuild. This is a rebuilding phase. This is the phase where I rebuild my Golgogin gaming channel, team killing channel, and my Wikipedia channel, and I could talk about that new hobby of mine, which is still writing to inmates. I can't write to O.J. Simpson. I was going to write to him, but I have his I can be right in my pile right over there. You know, if I show you, just my pile of letters and stuff over there. I can't really begin to write to him anymore because he's been released. I was going to write to him, but I guess I could write. I tried to write to a couple of them, but they didn't write back to me. I've written a couple of times, like I said, to Krista Pike, the Satanist, the youngest woman on death row in Tennessee. She clobbered another girl with rock to the skull. Decapitated her and sacrificed her to a Satan, because she was because of her roommates. They were doing a program called Job Corps, Krista Pike Job Corps, and I have a few of her letters. Job Corps is a program where it's a job training program where it takes less affluent children, young youth, to go live in a dorm to teach them skills. It's a Kennedy project, I believe. And she was studying. Mrs. Pike and her friend and her other friends were studying to nursing, was it, or studying computerism? Scratching my stomach there. Computerism. It's not even a word. Studying computing, and I believe the story was that she, Miss Pike, got jealous of another girl, who she thought she was taking interest of a guy she was dating in the program. If she was but he happened to be a Satanist, Mr. And what happened was they sacrificed the girl to Satan. So I wrote to her, and she said something very interesting. She said that she was impressed with my volunteerism, that she would consider that she says that I would pass as a Southern gentleman. Interesting. It's very common for students to go. Yeah, you heard that. It's very common for students to go to another to do a semester overseas or whatever in another country, and I'm still in student mode because I am mental and I do have mental problems. I'm not afraid to admit. I'm not afraid to admit that, because the thing is, I've actually recovered and I'm actually doing quite well, and I'm building up quite a huge repository of good deeds I'm doing for the community. So I take no shame in being slow. Neither does my internet girlfriend. I mean, over last spring, late last summer or late last semester spring, there was a girl on Catholic Match. I'll be taking myself off Catholic Match because I already found a suitable, found a excellent, a perfect match for me who tolerates my fatness, but I won't be fat anymore though. But she tolerates my age and my fatness, and like I said, there's still plenty of time for me to improve and hopefully clean my blood out, and who knows, go on some adventures, do some stuff with the church, perhaps post some Christianized videos. I mean, I have no problem. I used to be an atheist. I have no problems with atheists. I mean, I understand what they're feeling. They have every right to believe, and I'm glad that they are actually being themselves. Because never be someone who you're not. Because you just gotta get depressed, and it's just gonna build up toxic emotions in your body. So I'd rather someone be happy and truthfully who they are. And personally, I don't believe in. Personally, I am Catholic and I am Christian, but I don't believe in homophobia. Sorry about that. I don't believe in homophobia. I don't have my handkerchief. Oh, actually, I do. Sorry. No more. I forgot I had this. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Benefits of being obese is you have respiratory problems. Like I said, I will be cleaning myself up, so I look like stuff again, like a Jabba the Hutt. As I was saying, as a Christian, like you can believe whatever the hell you want to believe in, just because this is America, Canada. I have the freedom to be Christian. You have the freedom to believe whatever you want, and I'm not gonna be one of those militant types that go, yeah, you must not abort and stuff. Those guys just piss me off. To tell you the honest truth, those guys piss me off. People who, the reason why I'm falling in love with Catholicism is because, one, my Vietnamese girlfriend is Catholic, but I see that it's helping the family a lot. It's giving her hope. It's giving lots of people hope in this planet, and this planet is really impoverished. Christianity, when done right, can be used as a vocal advocacy organization of change, because that's ultimately who we're supposed to be. Christ was actually a hippie advocate, SJW, and Antifa, who fights for human rights, and people who say that, oh, I know Jesus, they don't want you to be, oh, you're gay, or it's Jason Kenney and this whole thing where he's against Jason Kenney. He's against Jason Kenney won the United Conservative Party leadership here in Alberta. That's formerly the Wild Rose Party and the Alberta Party, the Wild Rose Party and the Conservative Party, Progressive Conservative Party, the PC. So Jason Kenney leadership. It's gonna be an interesting fight. Perhaps donate some more money to groups like Progress Now, Progress Can Alberta, and progressive leadership, like people to oppose it. But people will most likely vote for UPC as a way to spite the NDP party, because Albertans, like most humans, don't like to pay taxes. But most of those taxes are used to build society up, to make it a more fair and just place to live. And that's why, what's ultimately, as a volunteer, as a Christian, that's what our goal is. Our goal is not to interpret the will of God by thinking that we know what God is all about, or we speak for God. We don't. God speaks for himself, and he has clearly said in the Bible, to be a social changer. And this is what I like. This is the Christianity I like, and I do like the work. I do like the work of this new pope. I'm just scratching my ears. This new pope, Pope Francis, is very, very good at advocating for the poor and stuff. So that's where the direction of my life is gonna go. I'll be doing some ayahuasca videos soon. Don't know when, but I will be part of that, and I will be trying to make very detailed reports. I guess another topic I could talk about is getting to 40 minutes now. So I thank you guys for watching my 100th 1,000th subscriber blog, and I hope that I can impart some words of wisdom, foolish wisdom. I mean, I'm just making this up as I go. I'm just a human, just like you guys. I'm making this up as I go. These thoughts up as I go, and mostly it comes from my studies and stuff. And like I said, we're going to be legalizing pot here next year in Canada. So maybe film myself rolling a joint of pot or something, smoking away, and I definitely monetizing that here in Canada. I know I can do that, smoke pot and drink and whatnot, and I won't be doing it in a Cheech and Chong retarded way. I'll be doing this in a respectable way. What else can I say? Talking about Mahit Nenshi. I did mention that he won a third term, so this will be extremely interesting to see what happens. Most likely, his third term will be the reconstruction of the city hall, which is what they're doing right now. They're just reconstructing it for the last 5 years, and I hope they keep the drop sheets. I'll post a video of the drop sheets around City Hall. They posted a bunch of plasticized drop sheets, nylon drop sheets to make it look like the old city, like the actual City Hall building. And this will be there for the next 5 years, and I do hope they keep this as a souvenir. Perhaps in City Hall, have a huge wall, just hang it down like a drape somewhere. Maybe do that at the museum. Most likely, the projects will be on the docket. Will be the upcoming decision to host the secondary Olympics, the completion of City Hall, the completion of the library. Then she will be on hand for that because they'll be here next year. What else? And perhaps begin talks for the new Saddle Dome, new arena, and completion of the Green Line. I hope that the Niitsitapi people, like I mentioned, the Blackfoot people, the Siksika people, they do not represent. I mean, they are called Blackfoot, the Siksika themselves, but that name does not represent all Niitsitapi people. They call it Niitsitapi, and they have all the individual names of their tribal nations. I hope that the Alberta government finds it in their heart to extend their lands to the proper boundaries, especially Kaima kinda. And yeah, that's all about it. Thank you for watching our show. We're gonna be right back. Thanks you.